Jack Doherty, aka the self-declared Prince of Recklessness, is back at it. But this time, even the chaos feels like a rerun. While live streaming to thousands of viewers, Jack casually joked about crashing yet another car. "Alright guys, I just crashed another car. I think it's officially time I get off the road. But hey, we got more at home. Let's go." Except, surprise, it never happened. Just like the last crash didn't happen either. The whole thing was yet another staged performance designed to bait clicks, outrage, and algorithm juice. And people are starting to notice because this isn't just one-off lying, it's becoming a blueprint. In one clip, Jack films a fake car accident complete with broken headlights, shattered bumpers, and staged panic. Then, people noticed something strange. Another creator was doing the exact same skit with the exact same rental car guy. You got radiators, reinforcement, fans, bro, it's all wrecked. Yeah, right, same lines, same car, same damage. Now, the theory? This might be some bizarre collaboration with a car rental business. The idea being, creators fake crashes, the rental guy pretends to handle it like a pro, and the whole thing doubles as viral marketing for how cool and chill this guy is under pressure. Who knows? Maybe people are getting sympathy bookings out of this mess. Jack takes it to the next level. He doesn't just fake the crash, he goes full spectacle. While the internet was still scratching its head over the weird fake crash saga, a real crash happened. And guess what? Jack still somehow made it about himself. This time, Jack's friend, someone who'd also been in the infamous McLaren crash with him the year before, got into an actual accident. Reports suggest a woman ran a red light and hit the vehicle. The details are fuzzy. The driver wasn't even sure what happened. But one thing was crystal clear. Jack was already live streaming while sprinting to the scene. Let that sink in. Instead of checking on his friend first, Jack booted up the stream. "Oh my god, bro. You good, bro? 2 car accidents in 1 year. Literally, bro. We can't escape it." But here's the kicker. Jack wasn't even in the car. That didn't stop him from jumping in front of the wreck, ripping off his shirt, and posing like he was the one who just survived a high-speed chase in Fast and Furious 12. He even barked orders like a movie director. "Flick me up. Get a good shot. Give me your phone. Okay now, take your shirt off." For nearly an hour, they milked that crash scene for content, so much so that bystanders began filming them. It wasn't trauma, it was theater. Even his friend Michael, the same guy from the last crash, looked like he was reliving a nightmare. Only now it was the second time Jack staged a car crash photo shoot at his expense. And again, Jack wasn't even behind the wheel. He was behind the camera, scripting his next viral moment. Now, if the car crash spectacle wasn't bizarre enough, what happened next was absolutely surreal. Just hours later, Child Protective Services showed up at Jack Doherty's door. And yes, you guessed it, while he was still streaming live. What allegations? Child abuse. Like I'm abusing my child? What's the issue? You caught me. No, I'm kidding. They're children, if you think about it. No, I'm joking. Except the social worker wasn't joking. She confirmed she was conducting a one-on-one interview regarding child safety concerns. Not because Jack has kids, but because someone had made a report involving minors being around him. For context, CPS can legally investigate anyone who's suspected of posing a danger to children, even if they're not a parent. This could be triggered by someone witnessing behavior around minors that seems inappropriate, unsafe, or exploitative. Jack tried to brush it off as another episode of swatting. "People always order pizzas to my house." Now at CPS, anyone can do that. That's like a new level of swatting. Genius, but theft, asterisk, 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 ed up. He even joked about being a baby daddy while cracking jokes about child abuse on stream. But the woman from CPS, she wasn't playing. She said she had already been investigating it, meaning this wasn't some instant troll call. Jack later returned and described the meeting like it was some wacky side mission in a video game. Random side quest, bro. She asked me questions to confirm I wasn't abusing children. I was like, is this real life? He claimed it was a false report and that she understood his online persona. But remember, this is Jack Doherty, a man whose relationship with the truth is more theoretical than practical. So while no formal charges were filed on stream, this incident wasn't nothing. It was a serious escalation. And the timing? Incredibly suspicious. Just hours after Jack was exploiting yet another car accident scene for content, a social worker was at his door. Jack's growing list of controversies doesn't end with fake crashes or CPS visits. Enter Natalie Reynolds, a TikTok star OF. So what exactly is Jack Doherty's OA agency? Ostensibly, it's a content house and management group that helps creators grow on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and OF. But behind the curtain, it increasingly resembles a chaotic, unsupervised frat house, one that swaps professionalism for viral dopamine hits. Multiple insiders have revealed that the so-called agency lacked legal contracts, clear payment terms, and boundaries between work and personal life. They just say, yo, come move in. You'll go viral. We'll all make money. but then they take over your socials, make you do weird stuff for content, and take a cut. In some cases, creators allegedly weren't even fully aware of the percentages being taken from their earnings. Others said they lost control of their login credentials and were locked out of their own platforms until they agreed to film more videos. It's the wild west of digital media. No HR, no structure, no accountability. And Jack? He doesn't deny it. In fact, he brags about it. No rules, no bosses. If you're not built for this, get out. That kind of attitude might make for good TikTok drama, but it's increasingly drawing scrutiny. Not just from creators, but now from fans, journalists, and even watchdogs. Because at some point, content chaos starts looking a lot like exploitation, especially when you're recruiting vulnerable people with no media training, no contracts, and promises of clout. Jack Doherty's content model is no longer about vlogs or challenges. It's about chaos monetization. From fake arrests to falsified medical emergencies, he's weaponized virality in ways that walk the line between dangerous and outright unethical. Take the infamous airport meltdown prank. Jack staged a scenario in which TSA agents were allegedly harassing his group. The video went viral, but it turned out the entire interaction was fake, including the TSA officer, who wasn't even real. Or the time he faked being robbed in Los Angeles while live streaming. The footage showed him panicking, yelling that someone had pulled a gun. Emergency services were dispatched, and then later confirmed the report was false. This isn't just trolling, it's misusing public safety resources for views. More recently, Jack has been accused of clickbaiting injury claims, faking house eviction notices, and creating elaborate drama around breakups and fights, all while monetizing every frame. And each time he gets called out, he plays the same card. It's just content. Relax, everyone's soft. But here's the thing. There's a growing public shift. People aren't just laughing anymore. They're asking questions. Where's the line? Who's being hurt? And who's protecting the people around him who aren't in control of the narrative? When even your fans start calling you out for faking crashes, exploiting trauma, and manipulating your friends for content, it's not edgy anymore. It's disturbing. Creator and former associate of Jack's OA agency. She came forward publicly, exposing the inner workings of what she described as a manipulative, exploitative content house environment orchestrated by Jack and his team. According to Natalie, the agency wasn't just about boosting creators' profiles, it was about controlling them. I was told who to date, what to post, how to act. They were basically trying to manage my life under the disguise of helping my career. I didn't sign up to be a puppet. Her story caught traction fast. In multiple live streams and podcast appearances, Natalie accused Jack of emotionally manipulating younger creators, especially women, into content partnerships that blurred professional and personal boundaries. And what was Jack's response? Instead of addressing her claims seriously, he mocked her. She's just mad she's not in the content anymore. Bro, everyone wants to be relevant. I made her famous. Except Natalie wasn't the only one. Several other creators began sharing eerily similar stories. Some hinted at being gaslit, others said they were financially undercued in deals they didn't fully understand. The picture that emerged was of a chaotic, exploitative environment where clout was dangled like bait. And when things got too hot, Jack simply replaced the players and rebooted the content machine. Behind all the staged chaos, clickbait thumbnails, and I don't care attitude, there's a growing theory in the commentary world. Jack Doherty is broke, or at least burning through money faster than he can make it. Let's rewind. In late 2023 and early 2024, Jack was flaunting McLarens, Dubai penthouses, and private jets like it was nothing. But creators and viewers alike started noticing a pattern. More extreme stunts, more controversy, more monetization hooks, and less evidence of actual income. Why does that matter? Because a lot of Jack's supposed wealth isn't liquid. It's rented. The cars, mostly leases or temporary Dubai luxury rentals. The houses, Airbnb flexes. The jets, booked with the photo ops, not personal travel. People who work in influencer marketing started whispering about cash flow issues, especially as Jack launched more low-effort agencies and NFT-adjacent ventures that didn't really take off. One viral tweet summed it up. Jack Doherty is one Uber bill away from going full Logan Paul mode with the scams. Ouch. Then came the crypto moment. Jack jumped into a meme coin livestream, hyping it up with get-rich-quick energy that felt like deja vu to anyone who remembers the Save the P Kids scandal. When fans started questioning if it was a pump-and-dump scheme, Jack quickly backpedaled. Guys, I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm just, seeing what happens. Yeah, that's not how financial responsibility works. And the worst part? That kind of content is often a signal or red flag. When influencers pivot to cash grab content, it usually means the back end isn't healthy. You don't need to fake 5 car crashes if your AdSense check clears, just saying. Jack isn't operating in a vacuum. Other creators have started reacting to his antics, and they're not amused. YouTubers like Danny Gonzalez, Jarvis Johnson, and some ordinary gamers have hinted, sometimes directly, sometimes subtly, that Jack is part of a rising wave of reckless content farmers. Even streamers like X-Huick and Asmongold have commented, especially when clips of Jack making violent or inappropriate jokes surface. As Mongold, there's cloud chasing, and then there's this. If you're pretending to crash cars and getting CPS called because of what you put online, maybe take a step back. But it's not just creators. Commentary fans, reaction channels, and even Reddit threads across /livestream fail, /drama, and /YouTube have started compiling evidence of Jack's staged behavior, unethical monetization, and treatment of collaborators. Then there's the most true one, Tykel connection. Charles White, known for his sharp takes on internet behavior. While he hasn't directly focused on Jack yet, viewers have flooded his comment sections and Reddit threads asking him to weigh in. Because people want accountability. And once Charlie drops a 10-minute deadpan roast with time and stamps, it's game over. So far, Jack's response to critics has been predictable. Haters make me famous. If they're talking, I'm winning. That might work in 2018. But in 2025, audiences are smarter. And many creators have been burned before by fake pranks, abusive agencies, and influencer-driven scams. There's not much tolerance left for guys who think monetized deception is a flex. With recent visits from child welfare authorities, concerns around staged incidents, and questions about financial transparency, some are wondering, is Jack Doherty facing legal risks? The answer may be yes, and in more ways than one. First, concerns around minors. Jack has been seen filming content involving younger individuals in unpredictable environments. If any of these situations lacked proper supervision or consent, it could lead to legal scrutiny. Second, emergency situations. There have been online videos suggesting staged events that appear to involve law enforcement or public services. If any resources were used based on inaccurate information, that could raise legal issues. Third, business practices. If his agency is collecting revenue from creators without formal agreements or registrations, that could pose compliance risks, especially in areas with strict labor or business laws. Fourth, online disputes. Public disagreements involving former collaborators have resulted in claims of misconduct. Depending on the details, this could lead to reputational or legal consequences if not addressed carefully. And then there are financial matters. If any part of his income, whether from partnerships, digital platforms, or other sources, is not being clearly documented, tax authorities may take interest. Some online communities have already reached out to well-known digital investigators, asking for deeper analysis into his activities. Whether or not those investigations occur, one thing is becoming clear. As content grows more visible, accountability becomes harder to avoid. There's also a shift happening with the creator himself. Viewers have noticed changes in his behavior, signs of stress, fatigue, and rapid mood swings on live streams. In some moments, he appears animated and confident. In others, distracted and overwhelmed. This kind of visible pressure is not uncommon among creators who constantly perform at a high level. He's young, the pace and intensity of his content strategy suggest long-term strain. Many of those around him, collaborators, sponsors, even fans, benefit from the attention. But at what cost? When a creator's identity becomes tied to controversy, it can lead to a difficult cycle: escalation, reaction, and repeat. And when the camera turns off, that stress doesn't disappear. Over time, patterns begin to emerge. Some viewers have pointed out the repetition. A dramatic event happens. It gains traction. There's a backlash. A response follows, and the cycle starts again. We've seen this before, creators who rise quickly by pushing boundaries, only to face serious challenges later on. Names like Sam Pepper, Vitale, and others come to mind, individuals whose content eventually became more problematic than entertaining. Now, many are wondering, is this story heading in a similar direction? The difference here is that everything is happening live. The pressure, the choices, and the consequences, all unfolding in real time. And while some moments are scripted, the effects they leave behind often aren't.